This week on the Organized Life
I
podcast.
always tell my clients, don't beat yourself up about it because it's nothing that you didn't do or did do or whatever. It truly is just how you're born, and a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, well, I should be able to do it because it's not rocket science. Let's face it.
yeah.
But you have to have the wherewithal to be able to follow the systems and everything once it's set up.
Hey, 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 and welcome to season 2 of the Organized Life podcast, where we are creating a movement with powerful organizing strategies and systems that save you space, time, energy, and money. I am your host, Tequila Renee, the life organizing strategist and the owner of Extreme Audacity Organized Solutions. And you guys know what it is. I'm so excited today, once again I have my dear friend Robyn Reynolds on here with me. Welcome, Robyn.
Hey, girl, hey.
Yes. Okay, you guys. So just get ready because Robyn and we have a ball. Okay. It don't matter what it is or what we're doing. We have to tame ourselves like, okay, girl,
Yes, reel it in. Okay, let's be professional.
let's be
What would you
professional.
like to ask me, ma'am?
That's right. So we have a good time. All right, y'all. So you guys know we've been in this series called the Hidden Cost of Clutter. And listen, I saw Robyn post that she had a new book, and the title was "What is Clutter Costing You?" I was like, no way. I've gotta have her on the podcast. So I'm going to let Robyn tell you a little bit about her and introduce herself, and then we're going to get right into all the fun things in the podcast. So, Robyn, would you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I am a certified professional organizer. My company, Organized to Harmonize, was founded in 2008. I'm in the LA area, but I have clients literally all over the country. And what else do you want to know? I'm a single mom. This is, you know, this is I kind of found organizing. It was just
Yeah,
something that I always did, never knew it was a profession. And
that's
then it
right.
mentioned I was reading in a magazine and it mentioned our national association. And I was absolutely shocked. I was like, what? It's a thing? Like I could make a living out of this?
Right.
And I was so shocked and elated or elated because I immediately went and joined and then figured out how to run a business or even start a business because I'd always been an employee. I'd never been an entrepreneur before. And now I wish I had done it so much sooner. But,
Mm,
God has its own plan and everything happens for a reason. So
yeah. So she is also the on the board of certified professional organizers, right?
I was.
You
My term
was.
is over. So
Uh,
I'm a past president of the board for certified professional organizers. That is over. I'm on no boards currently, and no, I don't want to get on any more boards at the moment.
right. Well, you said I served my time, right?
Yes, I've
Yeah.
seen those emails.
I know, right? So listen, so when did you start your business again?
2008.
2008. Okay, so like when do you feel like you started? Like, have you always been an organized person? Do you feel like it was something you kind of fell into organizing, or like did you start as a child? Like for me, I started super young. I didn't even, know what I was doing. I was just organizing things, CDs, DVDs,
Right.
messing up my mom's kitchen, right? So uh I thought I was fixing it, but listen, she didn't really like everything I was doing, but I feel like I was organizing. So tell me about like how you got started on this journey.
I mean, I think like most of us, it was something that's always been in our innate ability. So I have done it all my life, whether it was with my toys, with other people's stuff in the house, whatever it was. It's just something that just comes naturally. But
Yeah.
what I always say, the profession of organizing is so much more than putting a square peg in a round hole because
Mm,
there's a huge psychological component to organizing. And if you don't know how to do that and work with clients, then it's not really helpful It's only helpful on a surface level. You need
Yes.
to go deeper with clients. As I call them, you can't, then you'll just end up as an Instagram organizer just making pretty pictures. But, you need to get to the root of why people have the habits that they do and everything.
That's so good. So I am on this journey. So I talk about this all the time on socials. Like, it's not about creating the IG post. It's not about trying to make your house look Pinterest pretty. It's about creating a system that works for you, right? So you can't just do what you see on
Absolutely.
Instagram and Pinterest and think that you're going to just magically stay organized and be organized the rest of your life, right? Like, they
Right.
go out and buy all these things that they see, and then they realize, oh, well, I didn't measure. Oh, this doesn't fit.
A pretty container doesn't make you organized.
It does not make you organized, right? So tell me, when you talk about the psychological component, tell me how important that is, because I don't think people understand like how important it is to really be so self-aware. Because for me, I just believe the beginning of getting organized is being self-aware,
Right.
right? Starting with that mental, notion of, okay, I need to get organized. Like, and then you move into the next phase of, okay, the strategy. Then you
Right.
start building the systems. So tell me a little bit about like what you think about that.
Well, I always say it's how your brain is wired. Everybody has their strengths, because the majority of the population, honestly, struggles with some level of disorganization
Mm,
because it's how our brains are wired. Everybody has their strengths. Like, don't talk to me about technology because, girl, I don't care how many times you explain it or whatever, I do not get it. And even when I learn something new, I need, like, I did a workshop with somebody, and it's someone I know about AI stuff. I was like, okay, when are we having a one-on-one session? Because this doesn't do it for me. Like, I really need to sit down and examine stuff for it to
right.
sink into my head. And
Yeah.
that's because of how my brain is wired. And the same thing for people that are struggling with organization. It's how their brains are wired. And I always tell my clients, don't beat yourself up about it because it's nothing that you didn't do or did do or whatever. It truly is just how you're born, and a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, I should be able to do it because it's not rocket science, let's face it.
Yeah.
But you have to have the wherewithal to be able to follow the systems and everything once it's set up. So, yeah,
Yeah.
somebody can leave and put all your stuff in pretty little boxes and containers
Yep.
in the pantry or whatever. But if you're just going to throw stuff in the pantry and then not refill the containers or whatever, then you're going to go back to the same chaos that you lived in before.
It's all about the maintenance.
Yes, it's about retraining yourself to do
Yeah.
things differently. If your habit is to do X, Y, and Z, then now you need to do A, B, and C. So you
Mm.
have to make a conscious effort to retrain yourself to now do A, B, and C because that's not your normal.
Right. So one thing that I try to tell people that it's more normal for people to be disorganized than it is for people to be organized.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
if you look at the statistics, more people are live in clutter and chaos than not. Right. So one of the, I think, privileges, or I don't know if I should call it privilege, but one of the things that we do is make people feel comfortable in their mess. So
Yes,
you can't help somebody if you're like making them feel stressed out. So like, it's okay. Everybody relax, calm down, right? It's okay. You're here, we are here. Now let's figure out a plan and create a plan on how to get you out of it.
right.
And one of the things that I when dealing with clients is I try to coach them in the process. All right. So we this is how it is now. Like, let's create something that works for you. So we got to do the listening and, you know, trying to figure out, okay, well, what's working, what's not working, so we can move you towards that goal.
Yes, absolutely.
So what is your favorite part about being an organizer?
I like the feeling that the client gets after the transformation or after we've done a certain thing, regardless of what that is, whether it's reorganize their pantry, whether it's getting them, unpacked and organized when they're moving.
Yeah.
Just the things that the gratitude that comes from the clients
Mhm.
is what is so rewarding, because I just think, I'm like, okay, whatever, it's like, it doesn't seem like a big deal to me because it's
Yes.
easy for me. But for
Yes.
them, I mean, I literally, you can do the simplest thing for a client sometimes and put something from one spot over to the other side, and they're like, I never thought of that. And
That's
you have
right.
completely rocked their world,
That's
changed their entire existence over
right.
the littlest little thing. And it's like, oh, okay. you know,
It's the yeah, go ahead.
and but it's so funny because they get so, I won't say not emotional, but they're so filled with gratitude sometimes, because I mean, I've been called a marriage counselor, I've been called Mary Poppins, a godmother, a fairy godmother. I mean, you name it, I've been called it, because when that's not your norm and somebody now fixes something for you that you were struggling with, it's like night and day.
Yeah. Literally, we can blow minds.
Literally. Yes. They're not
It's like
exploding.
yeah, yeah.
But
It's like, oh my God. And it's like, oh, how did you do that so fast? How did you come up with,
exactly.
you know?
Yes, I hear that all the time, like, "What? You're done already?" Or,
Right.
"That would have taken me 4 days to do."
Exactly. Or 4 months.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. I think that's probably the most rewarding for most of us. I asked Naima the same question when she was on here, and she
Uh-huh.
literally gave the same answer. It's the feeling that we get when they feel so honored and blessed, and with what we've done for them. So it's
Right.
like they feel a certain way, and then it makes causes us to feel a certain way. And I think that's like for most of us why we love doing it so much.
Right, right. It was funny. I had a client recently, and he was, none of us are psychiatrists, so we don't diagnose, but we know when we're in a hoarded situation and when we
Yeah.
are. So he was a low level hoarder,
Okay.
and the house was in very big disarray. Like, the carpets had been worn down to basically flooring in a lot of places and
Mm.
stuff, and it was just overrun with stuff. And we worked for quite a while together, budgeting allowances, and then we stopped working together. And then a few months later, he sent me a picture that he had gotten everything cleared out and had replaced the floors because he
Oh.
had health challenges. And I was like, this is not good for you to be breathing in every day,
Mm-hmm.
so, and he was so excited to show me that
Yes.
he was able to get those floors redone, and I was so happy for him. Whether or not
Yes.
I was able to take him over the finish line, I
Yes.
gave him such a good start that he was able to, whether he did it himself or had a friend or whoever help him, he got in the mindset that this is what I now need to do, and this is how I can do it, that I was so happy for him.
I literally just had the same experience. So when I started working with this client, she has 4 kids and a husband, and it was so congested in the house that she couldn't get the floors clean. She wanted to get the carpets clean.
Yeah.
And we've been working together a year now. And like I guess it was like a month ago, she sent me pictures of the carpets getting clean. She's like, oh my gosh, I get to get the carpets clean because
Yeah.
she
You
finally,
get giddy. It's like
yes,
it's like a win. You're like, just clap it. And it's like, yay.
so exciting. And just like for her to like send me those pictures because she knew that I would be happy for her and excited for her, it's just super exciting and fun.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's just because that truly is not, that's life changing literally for someone.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not just putting, oh, let's put some rice in a container, like things like
Mhm.
that are life changing, because,
Yeah.
you know, your home needs to be clean. You should live in a space that's clean where you're not inhaling, whether you know it or not, all these bad things, whether it's dirt and stuff stuck in the carpet, or whether it's, floor that's been, worn out so much. Like,
Mhm.
you should be living in a in a comfortable home. I know it sounds cliche when you say it should be your
Yep.
sanctuary and this, that, the other
Yeah,
thing, but it should be.
it should be.
It should be,
Like,
regardless of what you do, you know?
yeah, life be life, and you need a place.
I say that all the time. Life
You
be
need a
life and
place.
girl.
You need a place. And the crazy thing is that a lot of our clients are embarrassed to have family friends over. And then after we leave, after they finish working with us, now they're able to host parties or even
Yes.
just have somebody come over that they was too embarrassed to have come over
But
before
they're
we
even
came.
embarrassed for us to come over sometimes, when they're like, I didn't know if I should clean up before you got here, but then I figured you should see how I normally live and whatever. And
Yes,
I literally tell them, I'm like, people, look, you have to think of me as your doctor. If you have a
yes,
rash on your butt, you're going
yes,
to the doctor, dropping your drawers, and getting your rash taken care of. So I am the doctor in that scenario, in this scenario, and the clutter is your rash. So there's no judgment. We're just here. Like, we want to help.
yes.
We're not coming here to make you feel bad. We
No.
want to help you.
But here's the thing. Listen, you're not really going to clean up. You're going to move some stuff around to make me think that you did something. And the way the doctor sees it is they can really see what actually is going on. We can
Yes.
see what's going on. You're not hiding anything, throwing stuff in a bag. We know what those bags are over in the corner. That's the stuff
Oh,
that's
Lord. The
clean off the.
bags, girl, the bags. Why do people like putting things in a bag in a closet and think that it's just magically going to go away?
Listen, we know what's in those bags. It's all the stuff that was just on the countertops, on the couch. They're just thrown in the bag. I have one client, I promise you, it was probably 30 bags. So she loves conferences and all of
Right,
those
right.
things like that. So she
Oh,
gets all of these bags. She never empties them. She just adds to them once she brings them home. And we collected all the bags. We collected all the badges. Like, she had like 35 badges by the time no lie, by the time we got done. I was hanging them on the doorknob. We filled one side, we filled the other side just to see them. And I counted, I think it was 30 something. It was like 35 badges. And just imagine all the bags, all the notebooks, all the pens that
uh-huh.
they get with that stuff. Like, it's just, I was just recently talking to somebody about doing a conference or hosting one. We will not be giving out bags. Okay. I don't know what we're going to give these people, but it won't be a bag. It won't be a pen. It won't be a notebook. I
Give
don't
them
know.
something consumable, a snack they can eat during the conference.
Something, a gift card or something. I'm like so frustrated with these bags. I made a whole social media post about bags because I'm sick of people. We need a new gift. Everybody that does a conference, I need you.
For the people
I
in the back, you hear me?
find another gift. These bags are consuming our clients' lives. Oh
But you
my,
know what the sad part of it too is that, okay, it's a bag, but it's also a bag with a certain company name on it and a logo. We're not carrying them around and advertising for you. It
nope.
is a waste of your money.
Yep.
You know what I do with all those bags? I will use them to put donations in and then give them to the place. So I'm not
Girl,
using it at home. They're not my grocery bag. Save
listen.
y'all selves money. And now I know the swag people gonna come at us and be
Don't
like,
add
better
us.
not interrupt my business.
Don't add us. Don't add us. Listen, we see it like that, but literally our clients save these bags. I don't understand
Wait, wait,
it,
wait.
but
Not just the conference bags. Then you got the designer bags.
yep.
I gotta hold on to my Louis Vuitton bag. I need my Louis Vuitton boxes. There was somebody in one of the
And, yes,
Facebook groups that I'm in. She's sitting there giving away. I don't even know how many Louis Vuitton boxes she had, and good for her that she can have that many Louis. But
right.
it had to be like 10 of them.
And she
And
giving away the boxes.
yes, because she's like, I don't know why I was holding on to them, but I thought maybe somebody else could use them before I throw them away and stuff. And somebody actually responded, "Must be nice to have that many Louis,"
Right.
because it was a slew. It had to be about 10 of them.
And what are they gonna do with the boxes?
Well, people use them for, I mean, no lie, I have on occasion when, use them for organizing things when people cannot afford
Yes.
to buy things, especially like in drawers, the box tops you can use as an organizing
Yeah.
thing. So they do have a use, but people that are buying the Louis, they just keep it because it's like, well, I bought the Louis, I got to keep the box now.
And
No,
if
you
I
don't.
resell it, I
But
can
they're
have.
not even reselling it. They just wanted to just to have it. I'm like, you got the bag. You don't need the box.
Yeah. So I see your point, how you can reuse it. I just don't think that people that are not organized would think of the box like that.
Well,
Like,
sometimes people do, but I mean, the people that are keeping it are just keeping it because it's a Louis box
yeah,
or
yeah.
it's a Christian Louboutin box. I mean, they're just keeping it because it is what it is box. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, but you have the item. Why do you need the box? You're not putting
Mm,
it back in the box.
you're
But
not.
we're getting off on a tangent now.
That was the whole tangent. Them bags and boxes, they yeah. As you can see, we don't like them, but we'll move on. So, Robyn, what do you feel like your if you feel like you have a specific one, but like your expertise, your field of expertise, or your niche, do you feel like you have one, or you just like the all around?
No, I don't really have a niche. I'm more of a generalist because I do a lot of different things.
Yeah,
Um, so it's, and I like the variety of the things that I do. That's why I'm a generalist because I like doing different things. Now,
yeah,
yes, there are things that I like doing more than others,
yeah.
but I like any work that I am, just
Transforming a life.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just because that's why I do what I do.
yeah,
That's why I have my business. And over the years, I started just doing one thing, which is, pretty much most of us, is residential organization. And then
yeah,
I just add other things as I'm like, oh, this is an opportunity, or my client needed this. So now I'm going to start doing that. And you just add things as you like, or you don't.
yeah,
Like I don't have an interest in doing photo organizing really. Not to say that I haven't done photo books for clients because I have and I have clients, but I don't want that to be a specialty,
yeah,
so it's just, you pick what it is that you like to do. That's
yeah,
honestly what it is. That's the
yeah.
beauty of having your own business because you get to dictate what you want.
Exactly. I'm a generalist too. I am all about the holistic approach, like not focusing on a closet, not because most of the time when people need help getting organized, they need more than one space done.
Right,
Right. So it's all about, for me, the holistic of a person trying to get their whole life together. So
right,
we're not just talking about one space, it's about figuring out how we can make your entire home flow for the way you live, work, and play. Right.
right,
So we got to make it to where it's not just conducive to when you just want to cook a meal, but okay, because a lot of times we take things out of one room and they actually should go in another room.
right,
Okay, well, we putting it in this room. Okay, well, we got to organize this room, and then we move it from here to there. So it's like you gotta create the holistic of a person. I don't want to just do it. Like, closets are easy and fun for me, right? Kitchens are easy and fun for me, but when it gets to the down and dirty, is that really all that you need?
right. But you also have to work within someone's financial constraints too.
True, true.
So a lot of times clients will say, oh, I need to organize my kitchen or I need to organize the kids' rooms or whatever, and then sometimes they know I really need my whole house organized, but I
Right,
can only afford to do X number, this now. So I'm like, okay,
right.
well, let's start with this.
That's
And then
right.
next month or the month after, we can do something else.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be all at one time.
Yeah, well, you can't do it all at one time. It's the ultimate goal, like, right? So this is the where we start. What's the end game? And then
Right,
how can we get there? Because, most people can't afford to get the whole house done at one time, right? So we
right.
have to do it in their budget and even in their time frame because they don't always have the time
True.
um to get it done.
Sometimes it's more about the time than it is the money.
Yes.
just because everybody's life is so busy, with work, with kids, with social activities, whatever.
Life is life.
Yep. You may want to stop it, but it ain't gonna stop. It still be lifing.
It do. All right, so I want to talk about what you feel um, clutter steals from people, steals from clients. And so this is all about your book, right? So let's get
Right,
into it. What is clutter costing you? I love the title of this book because I'm like, I see it, right?
right, right.
I can see the cost and what it costs us emotionally, physically, mentally, all the things. So tell us, listen, I'm ordering my book. Okay. I have been, when I tell you, I have been traveling so much. So I just did the ICD, came back, went on a cruise. Like I have been going, going, going.
Oh, nice. We
I,
gotta talk offline about ICD because I wanted to go, but I was actually in Vegas. So
uh, may have been a little bit more fun. However, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and we will talk offline about ICD. So I'm going to get my book. I'm going to order it today. How about that? But
okay,
tell
you
us
do that.
about, I did kind of read, read a little bit about
Right,
it, but
right.
tell us about the book and like what clutter is costing the folks. Okay.
Okay. So it basically the idea for the book came from something that I say to my clients all the time. And it's ironic because you and I have talked about this before because we have the same philosophy, and
Yep.
which is, and for the people listening, we are on opposite ends of the country.
Yep.
We see each other once a year at
Yep.
conference. So it's not like, we developed this together or anything, but and I don't even know how I started it because, you just come up with things as
Mm-hmm.
you get more into your work and everything. But there's this thing that I always say to my clients, which is everything has a price: time, space, money, or energy.
Yes.
And every time I
We
say
did talk about that at the NAPO conference. I remember.
yes,
I remember now. Okay, carry on.
and every time I say that to my clients, they literally will stop and start thinking.
Yes.
And I was like, hmm. And it's happened over and over. And I don't remember, honestly, if I said it to somebody and they were like, oh, you should write a book about that or what. Because trust, I do not consider myself a writer. Writing the book was not the easiest thing in the world for me. And I'm like, you're supposed to get to a certain number of words and stuff. I'm like, oh Lord, it seems daunting, because it's minimum like 25,000 words. And to say that it's like 25,000 words. Are you kidding me?
Right. Yes.
So but I felt it was very important because of the reaction I would get from clients to actually put it into a book.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting a book coach, and she helped me. I knew what I wanted to, or how I wanted to do it, because it's a very easy read. It's four easy chapters: time, space, money, or energy.
Mm,
And it was just really flushing out all that to actually get to, to make it a full book and not make it an essay that I would have written in school.
right.
So, it comes down to so many different things, because even within time, there's physical time, as meaning, the amount of time that we have.
Mm-hmm.
There's time, how fast that it passes, how people think
Mm,
that what I say is, there are certain things that are finite that you just, it's kind of like sleep. If you don't get enough sleep last night, you're not catching up on sleep. Like,
right.
you can't bank it for like another time. Oh, you got extra sleep over here, so that's going to help me, 3 weeks from now. Like,
Ooh,
there are
if
certain
I
things that are
listen,
finite.
if I could bank sleep, listen, I would stack up.
And nor do we live in Harry Potter homes where we could wave a magic wand and just make space bigger. That is also
Right.
finite. Like, we have to live within the confines of
Yeah.
our home. When it comes to money, there's not only the money you're spending on this stuff, but when you're disorganized and you don't know where your bills are, and now you're getting late fees and missing things, missing appointments. There's so much to unpack. And I've already come up with things. I was like, okay, well, the second edition will have X, Y, and Z in it because there's so many other things that I could have added. And when it comes to energy, it's not just the energy of actually physically having to deal with the clutter, but it's my belief that, and it can get very woo woo, and not everybody's
Yep.
woo woo, but the hell with the non woo woos.
Yeah.
This is me.
That's right.
Is that the everything is energy, no matter what it is. When you go
Mm,
back to science classes, everything is energy. So if anything, everything is energy, then all the clutter from me is negative energy.
mm. Ooh.
So when you have that negative energy, it's blocking the positive that's due to come to you. And
Ugh,
I'm done, even for myself. If my desk is a mess because I've been, have papers all the way, whatever. When I start clearing up my papers, filing what I need to file and whatever, the phone starts ringing like crazy. So it's still, no matter how small, but when you're living in all the clutter, people
yeah.
usually have issues with friendships, they have issues at work, they
Mm.
have health issues a lot of times, they have issues keeping a job even because it's the negative energy that's permeating all areas of their life.
Oh, it's so good.
So, yeah, so that's basically it in a nutshell.
That listen, I have said all of that. I 1000% agree. Like, and even the energy of physically looking for the thing, can't find it. Oh, well, now I gotta physically go buy the thing. Like, it's also interconnected.
Yes,
And I don't
absolutely.
think that people see that, like how we waste so much living in a cluttered and chaos environment.
Yes. And it's
It's
a safety issue too. Like if you have mobility issues,
yeah,
when it's like having kids' toys running all over the place. Nobody likes to step on a Lego child.
yeah.
I don't
It's
care.
the worst.
It could be the Mr. Universe. He steps on a Lego, he's screeching like a little 3 4 year old child. So it's just safety issues because you want your space to be comfortable and move around it.
Yeah,
And if you have issues, whether it's an older person or somebody that has some sort of disability or whatever and is walking with crutches or something, you want the space to be able to move around freely. You don't want to be maneuvering like an obstacle course around stuff to be able to get from one room to the next.
yeah. So I have been going for like I guess 3, 4 weeks, and when you're doing that, your space can almost look and feel like it if you don't take a moment to reset. So like I was talking to a friend this morning and I was like, girl, my house is a mess. And then I was like, okay, well, that's relative because somebody will come in here and probably be thinking, oh, it's not even that bad. But I'm looking at my dresser and I'm looking at all the things that are on my dresser. My desk is full of stuff. So this morning I just got up and I just did a quick reset,
Yeah.
cleaning, wiping my desk off with glass cleaner, cleaning my dresser off, doing all these things to reset my life because I'm like, I ain't feeling this. It's just feeling very much cluttered to me. And it's like,
But that's just it. You feel off balance
yeah,
because things aren't right.
yeah. And it adds a level of frustration. Like, okay, now I did this one space. Okay, where I'm going somewhere, I start doing something else and then start going somewhere else. And it's like, oh, that was easy. Now I feel so much better, right? So it's just that level of refreshness like that you can get. And when you're organized,
Hmm.
even when you get off track or you get disorganized or life is lifing, it's so much easier to recover. It's so
Yes.
much easier. Like people think a lot of our clients think our house is just immaculate. It doesn't get messy. The kitchen never gets dirty. And right, you never have to vacuum the floor because it's so. Listen, we regular people. It just
Well, maybe some of us. I mean, I have to say, most of the time, my house is not a
my
mess.
it doesn't get like a complete mess, but like it, you're living it, right? So for me, I live in my house, and so when I come home, it doesn't, like, I'm not, some people are super anal and put everything back as soon as they, I'm just not that person. I'm very laid back. And so it's
No,
just
I'm
a,
that person. I won't say I'm super anal, but I
yeah,
do, I may not, I mean, I may make a meal. I'm not necessarily cleaning up the kitchen at that moment after the meal is
yeah,
cooked because I want to
yeah,
eat hot food,
yeah,
but it will be cleaned before I go to bed.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
there
yeah,
are, I come in, my shoes go in a certain place, the clothes go in the jacket goes in a certain place. So
yeah,
yeah, I am kind of that person.
yeah. I'm not, and I'm okay with that.
And it's okay.
And I'm okay with that because it's just for me. I just don't want to, like, I don't want to be super, like, rigid with my life. I'm
Right,
very
right.
comfortable, but my house, it's very comforting. It's very warm and welcoming. It's never like super, you know.
Yeah.
And then I still have to. My boys are older, but I have to live with them, so I have to still keep them in line. That younger one, you got to keep him in line. So it's,
Right, right.
listen, still trying to get him together, and he's a whole 20-year-old, but that's neither here.
A whole 20-year-old.
He's a whole 20
Not a
year.
half of one, a whole 20-year-old.
No, not half. So what do you feel like? So we're talking about what clutter costs you. What do you feel like people gain from being organized?
Oh my God. The list is endless. I
Yeah.
mean, because everything it takes away is what you're gaining when you are organized. I mean,
Mm.
besides just the natural, peace and calmness that you feel because you're not running around looking for stuff. You're obviously saving money because you're not buying a million the same thing over and over again. You have more time because you're not spending time looking for stuff. There's a quote I have in my book that the average person spends 3,680 hours looking for things in a lifetime. That's 153 days.
Wow.
That is almost half a year looking for crap. Like
Wow.
that doesn't even sound right.
That's crazy.
So, and then in addition, a lot of times because of the clutter, as they say, opposites attract. So when, two people are living in a house, they may not always have the same habits and they may be fighting over, the fact that there is so much clutter. And when there isn't, then there's no more fighting or bickering. I'll say, I won't say fighting, but
Yeah.
there's so many benefits to be able to gain from it, in addition to just the positive energy that is now around that will you know, attract other things.
All right, Robin, I just got one final question for
Yeah.
you. So, what do you see is next on your journey, on this journey of being a professional organizer, an author? Okay.
Well, my hopes are that the book becomes a New York Times bestseller. You know, uh, I mean, why not? Some book has to be,
Yeah,
but
that's right.
you know, I mean, look, in a perfect world, that's what I would want. But
Yeah.
in the world that we live in, it can still do a lot. I hope that it opens up speaking opportunities for me because I'd like to do a lot more speaking
Yeah.
related to the book because I just believe in what it says and
Yep.
what it's about so wholeheartedly that I'd like to be able to get that message out to other people as well and just do other things. I kind of am one of those people that kind of just goes where the wind blows me. So
Yeah.
who knows what's going to be next? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I have no plans to sell my business, close my business, retire, anything anytime soon.
Yeah.
So, as they say, the world is my oyster. Who knows what's going to be next?
Who knows?
I might have another book in me. I keep thinking, I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'll write a book about this now, or maybe I'll write a book about that.
Yeah, because now, like, you've done the hard thing. You've written the first
Right,
one.
right.
You've written the first one.
Yeah.
So I know I said that was my last question, but listen, I want you to tell the people about your tryout for, what did you try out for? Was it um
Oh,
uh
what,
the
Survivor?
reality show
Survivor?
Survival? Oh my god! Okay,
I
so
mean, there's really nothing to say. It's
wait,
just,
but this is a fun way to end. It is something to say because I gotta tell everybody how much energy you have and how much I love that about you and the text that I recently sent you. But tell everybody about your journey. That was that. Come on now, it's something to say.
I mean, look, it'd be something more to say if I actually got on the show. Maybe I,
Listen,
and I, how do you convey to someone, that doesn't know you, that you have energy and can do this, because I
yeah,
mean, I auditioned. I've watched the show since the very beginning. I love the show. I never miss it. And I've always wanted to be on. And in the past, I have auditioned, or sent in an application. Nothing ever came of it. So last year, I had submitted an application and I actually got called. And I had to go through a multitude of different things in order to, and I did one, went on to the next step. I mean, there were, I don't even know, 5 steps that I had to go through, or 5 different things I had to do in order to get to the end. And then I got cut right before the kind of very last interview thing. And I was devastated because I was like, I just felt that I was in, because the further I got along, I was like, oh yeah, they got to take me. They got to take me. They
yeah,
got
yeah,
to take
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Because the one thing that they liked about me being my age and a black woman was one thing that they didn't like about me was my age, so I'm like, it's a catch 22. But
Yeah.
there is not a person that I talk to or that I've ever said I want to do that show and they're like, you would be perfect on that show. But how do you convey that to somebody over Zoom that doesn't know you?
Listen, because they clearly don't know.
Exactly. I'm like, I need to get everybody that knows me recording something, be like, y'all, you need to have her on this show.
You are missing out. She is a treat on so many levels. Like I when I talk about Robyn and how much energy she has, it's like it's hard to explain. But literally she could run circles around me. But I text her the other day and I was like, "Hey, where can I buy your energy? Like where is it for sale?" Because like she's like up super early, like working out super early and I'm like, "Yeah, no." He's like, you know, we were at a conference together earlier this year, and she's like, you gonna come work out with me? Well, what time? 6 o'clock. That's a no for me.
Well, in the midst of our conference day, we start at 8, so you got to take advantage of the time that you have.
Yeah, and I'm not interested.
And I worked out every single day,
She did, and that's
every
why you
day.
look so good, and I don't look as good.
It's okay. You're perfect just the way you are.
I am. Yeah, but I love that about you. So energetic and fun, and like,
Oh, thank you.
yeah, you're awesome. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us here today. If you would like to be a guest here on the podcast, or if you have any questions about organization, you just send us an email at info@extremeaudacity.com and we'll get back to you. We'll get you in rotation, hopefully, and we would love to have you here. Um, and remember, if whatever system you're putting in place is not saving you space, time, energy, and money, you need to rethink it. You need to tweak it. You need to revamp it or something because it should save you in all 4 areas. Once again, thank you so much, Robyn, for being here.
Thank you.
I
And
really
don't forget, you can buy the book on Amazon. What is your clutter costing you?
yes, and we're gonna have the link and all the things in the description to make sure that you can get it. Okay, I'm getting
Awesome.
mine today. All
All
right.
righty.
All right. Talk soon. Ciao.
Bye.